If you're familiar with the minor pentatonic scale, and if you've done much jazz improvisation study, you should be familiar with sounds like and those sorts of sounds we commonly think of when we think of minor pentatonic sorts of sounds. But you might not realize the sound I played at first is based on the minor pentatonic scale. And that's where we're taking advantage of a unique group of intervals that we can find within the minor pentatonic scale, and I'll show you those in just a moment. Now, that's a sound that you might you might equate that sound with Coltrane, a Love Supreme, that sort of sound. But other modern sounding players like Michael Brecker, Bob Berg, Joe Henderson, and even though all of these cats are dead, we still think of them as being post-bop or modern style sorts of players. And this sound with this fourth and this whole step, and again I'll get a little bit more in depth in that in a minute, comes directly out of the minor pentatonic scale. And you can, in anything, if you're thinking minor pentatonic scale, you could also think the relative major. So I like thinking in terms of minor pentatonic scale, but anywhere I know that I can use that particular pentatonic scale, I know these sounds are available to me in my improvisation, and they work particularly well maybe in modal sorts of sounds. Tunes like Invitation that's a great place to throw these sounds in. Herbie Hancock's Cantaloupe Island, even Joe Henderson's Record May. We can certainly use these sorts of sounds in those types of tunes, or again, anywhere that I know I can use a pentatonic scale, a major, relative, minor pentatonic scale. If I've got good fluency back and forth between those, I know I can use these sorts of sounds. So let's take a look into the pentatonic scale and how we can come up with these sounds. So you can see I've got the D minor pentatonic scale here, noted from the 7 upward. So I'm going to play it first for you based on D so that you can hear the regular minor pentatonic sound. Now I'm going to start on C, the 7, and play the same pentatonic. Same pentatonic, just a different starting tone. Now, in the example to the right, you see that and you can also see I've got this minor pentatonic numbered 7, 1, minor 3, 4, 5, and when I say 7, I mean minor 7 on the minor pentatonic scale. And keep in mind that 8 and 1 are the same tones, just in octaves. So look to the right in this example, and you see I've got, starting on C, the 7, the minor 7, to the minor 3, to the 4, to the minor 7, and above it you can see I've got the intervals identified. C to F is a perfect fourth, F to G is a whole step, and G to C is a perfect fourth. So we know that starting on the low 7 on a minor pentatonic scale, and when we play 7, 3, 4, 7, we have fourth, whole step, fourth. That's that modern sound. Now, dig this. We can also start on the root and play the root, the 4, the 5, and the 8. And again, we get that fourth, whole step, fourth combination of intervals. Now, you can reference back and forth between the minor pentatonic and this pattern with these fourths and whole steps, and you'll see that all of the notes in this fourth and whole step pattern are found within that minor pentatonic scale. I think that's really cool, so that that way we've got the minor pentatonic, but we can reach in and extract, starting with the 7 and starting on the root, these intervallic combinations of fourth, whole step, fourth, and we get notes that are exclusively in the minor pentatonic scale. So there, you can think about it in as many analytical ways as you want to, but the way I think about it is I just know that if I start on the 7 and on the root of a minor pentatonic of a minor chord and put these intervals in there, fourth, whole step, fourth, then I know that I've got these minor pentatonic sorts of sounds. And you practice these things so much that you really don't have to hardly think about them to have them available to you, especially especially if you practice them so much. So I've got some pattern logic I'd like to throw at you. If we just take this group of intervals, fourth, whole step, and the first pattern I'm going to show you is just fourth, whole step, back down a whole step. And then we're going to move everything unilaterally up in whole steps. We're really going through 6 different keys. And you can see that I've got it written out going up, ascending and descending with the different minor pentatonics or minor 7 chords bracketed above the pattern so that you can see what all you're practicing as you do this in whole steps. Now, I don't think about it like that when I'm practicing that. I mean, if I'm practicing this, I'm just going to practice fourth, whole step, down a fourth, and then I'm going to move the whole thing up in whole steps, and I know that I'm going through all these different keys. And I'm not going to play it down. You can play it down in your own practice. But there you hear, I've gone through 6 different keys. I've done D minor, E minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B flat minor, C minor, and back up to D minor. Hey, so I hope you're digging this combination of fourth and whole step sounds that we're getting here in relation to the minor pentatonic scale. Now, these sounds relate to more than just the minor pentatonic scale. They can relate to all kinds of different scales where you have fourth and whole step combinations found within the scale. Now, I'm going to cover that topic in later lessons that I'll explore on my subscription website. And you can check out this entire video on my subscription site as well, and that's randyhunterjazz.vhx.tv. And I've got a free 3-day trial there, so you've got nothing to lose. I hope you'll go over and sign up for the trial and hopefully subscribe. And of course, I've got beginningsax.com, www.beginningsax.com, where I've got a ton of lessons as well. This particular set's not on there yet because I always develop sets on the subscription site. That way I can have all kinds of feedback from subscribers, you know, as the series develops, and things can be organic. I can change things up as the lessons develop. Now, I also hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel here so you can keep updated on all these chordal essentials videos and other things that I post. So hope to hear from you. My name's Randy Hunter, www.beginningsax.com and randyhunterjazz.vhx.tv.